The first exercise I'm going to get you to do is chin to chest. So what I'd like you to do is making sure that you just do the initial nod. So just facing down just slightly. Once you've got the initial nod, you should feel just a slight stretch in the back of the neck. If not, you can put a bit of pressure with your hand on the top of your head and just pressing it slightly. Just hold for about 5, maximum 6 seconds as you're going through. Good. Good. Once you feel that stretch, and then slowly coming up. Good. Okay, for your second cervical stretch, we're going to do what's called an ear to shoulder stretch. So basically all we want you to do is just reaching your ear towards your shoulder, okay? And once you're feeling that stretch, you hold there. If you're not feeling the stretch, you can use, again, your hand to help with that extra push. Hold for 5 to 6 seconds, slowly coming up and doing the same thing on the other side. Feeling that initial stretch. That's all, off we go. Good. Feeling the stretch there? Mm-hmm. Good. Slowly coming up, and then the other side. Good, and rest there. Okay, your third cervical flexibility exercise is the diagonal neck stretch. So, what we need to do is firstly rotate our head to one side and then nod, putting your chin towards chest. Again, you should feel the stretch in this area, the cervical region, okay? And if you're not feeling the stretch, again, you can use your hands, pushing slightly down, holding 5 to 6 seconds again, and straight up. Same thing on the other side. Good, good posture as well. Very good. Other side. Good work. And then straight back up. Very good. Okay, the first cervical stability exercise I'm going to get you to do is what's called isometric cervical stability. So basically you're using your hands to provide the resistance. So first you can put your hand just across your forehead and is putting some flexion or forward force towards your hand or towards the force of your hand and feeling that bit of tension in the back of your neck. It shouldn't have to be too vigorous, just enough to feel a bit of a slight activation. Okay, and you can do all different ranges. So first we're going to do the forward bending or flexion, okay, extension, okay, lateral flexion on either side, okay. Good. Ensuring that also at this time that you're keeping a neutral posture, particularly in your neck area. Okay? Breathing as you're going through the exercises too. Try to keep neutral. Good. And other side. Good. That'll do. Well done. Okay, so what we're going to do now is what's called a deep neck flexor activation plus a head raise. So basically all I want you to do is, as we did with the previous level, is just do a small chin tuck or just lower your chin with that initial nod. Okay? You need to be doing this with this muscle here as relaxed as possible. Okay, so let's just start off with that one. You can actually feel just where you've got a notch here on either side. You can feel those two muscles coming across. So try to be as relaxed as you can, and just do the initial nod. So what we're focusing on here are the intrinsic muscles of your neck. Okay, whilst the outer layers are relaxed. Now. Good. Now, what we want to do, because you're doing this quite well, is add a little bit of a raise off the ball. But we don't want to go completely away from the ball. We just want to do just a slight raise. And you are going to feel just a bit of activation there. But the initial movement, the initial nod, needs to be without these muscle activations. Good, let's just do about 2 more of these. Good, and rest there. Okay, so what we'll be completing now is what's called the scapular push-up. So, going on all fours, what's important is that you keep a neutral spine, chin tucked in, and what we want to do is what's called a retraction and protraction. So, keep the chin tucked in, retract the scapulars or shoulder blades, and coming straight up without bending the elbows. So maintaining neutral posture, retract and protract. Good. Okay. Keeping the elbow nice and locked, neutral spine. So as we were working before, the chin is slightly nodded in. Good. The initial nod, remain there, and coming in and out. Good. What we want to make sure is there's no winging coming out, and that'll do it. Okay, question 3. So basically, the push-up that my colleague performed was quite well done. The 2 dysfunctional muscle patterns that were identified around the neck and the shoulder were slight, but basically it was a bit of a slight poke neck position. And the second one that I identified was a slight upper trapezius hitching. So the 2 types of corrections would be as follows. So once you're in a push-up position, ensure that you maintain a chin tuck position, and also apply more pressure on the heel of your palm and spread your fingers out a little more than usual. So again, chin tuck, neutral posture, heel, pressure on the heel of your palm, and slowly coming down and up. Exercise number 1, internal and external rotation isometrics. Neutral posture, mini chin tuck, shoulders back and down, coming in at right angle. You need to come closer, do so, and just with the resistance of the pole or corner of the wall, it doesn't matter, just provide some force. Hold for a few more seconds and do the same in the opposite direction. Exercise number 2 is very similar to the previous exercise, being isometrics. The only difference is now we're going to put chi ball or yoga ball between the waist and the arm, and basically it's a 45-degree abduction of the shoulder, completing the same exercise. So again, neutral posture, mini chin tuck, push the shoulders down and back, and isometrically with the resistance of the pole, internally rotate. And the same thing on the other side with external isometrics. Shoulders down and back, chin tuck, and applying some force there. Okay, exercise number 3 is known as internal and or external rotation with a resistance band, and you can add a chi ball between. So basically, the next progression from exercise number 2 would be the rotations with band only, but I'm going to actually use the chi ball as an additional progression. So again, chi ball between waist and arm, forcing the shoulder to be in a 45-degree abduction. And again, same thing, we're going to have the shoulders pushed down and back, mini chin tuck, and we're going to move our shoulder blades out with an external rotation and slowly in. Also, keep in mind, you need to ensure the positioning of the ball is correct, so you can allow a slight squeeze of the ball as you're opening and slowly closing in a lengthening phase. Now this is the external rotation. I'm going to complete the same exercise on my right side as an internal rotation. So again, feet shoulder width apart, shoulders down and back, mini chin tuck, squeezing the ball slightly with your elbow, and internally rotating. Slowly coming out in the lengthening phase, and the concentric phase coming back in as the internal rotation. Okay, exercise number 4, final progression, is known as is either a 30 to 45 degree of shoulder abduction, and completing the internal, external rotations with the TheraBand again. So basically what we're going to do is again, just abduct the elbow at about between 30 to 45 degrees, and completing the both external and internal rotations. So same rules apply. So shoulders down and back slightly, mini chin tuck, and this time we're externally rotating up in a slightly diagonal position as well. Slowly down and nice and forcefully up. Now the internal rotation, we have to turn around, face the other way. Again, slightly abduct the shoulder and reposition obviously, back and forth.